Jamie Vardy finds Dennis Pride. Back into Jamie Vardy. Would love to see him score. Still Vardy. Still Vardy goes for goal with his right foot and he gets the goal he's been wanting for a long time. It's been ages since we've seen. Here goes Wilfried Zaha on the counter-attack for Leicester. Go on Zaha. I see Mahrez in acres of space. Mahrez with a chance to make it 2-0 against Manchester United. Riyad Mahrez is in the form of his life. So we are back again with another episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. This is episode number 23 and it's a big one because we are in the January transfer window, and in this episode we're going to be looking to improve our team through some signings. It's not all about transfers though in this episode, as in the Premier League we've got a game against Chelsea at the King Power Stadium and also the second leg against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup, which should be interesting. A chance for us to make it to the finals of this competition. So if you guys are enjoying this Leicester City Career Mode series, let's keep the support coming in. 2,000 likes would be brilliant. If you are new around here, subscribe for more FIFA 20 Career Mode content. Let's get this one underway. Time for the press conference, and if you guys want to see your comments featured in the video, make sure to drop them down in the comment section below. First up, sign Todibo, as he's been amazing for Barca in real life in recent matches. This guy, in my opinion, is the real deal. He's been brilliant for Barcelona when never given the chance. Against Inter Milan in the Champions League away at the San Siro, he was just superb, and in fact I think he made the Champions League Team of the Week as well. I mean, this guy is a baller. And you know what, I actually want to bring him to Leicester City. I think he can offer us a lot of squad depth in that centre-back position. You guys know we concede a lot of silly goals, and having someone like Todibo, who is a bit different to what centre-backs we have right now at the club, because the centre-backs we do have aren't ball-playing centre-backs as such. Maybe Alderweireld, but not really though. Todibo is that kind of, centre-back. I mean, look at his strengths. He's got jumping, ball control, short passing as some of his best attributes, which means the guy can play football from the back, and I would love to have a defender who can actually pass and offer us just a different option, and that is why I'm going to be trying to sign this beast from Barcelona in this episode. So Todibo to Leicester City, can we pull it off? Hopefully we can. Next question, why don't you start Dani Olmo as he's scoring tons of goals but Tielemans isn't scoring much? I know Tielemans isn't, the greatest of goal scorers. He doesn't really score that often for us, but the thing with him is he helps me control the midfield, which is something I think I really need in that midfield, and that's why in the big games I'm always going to prefer Tielemans. We've got many goal scorers in this team like Mahrez, Timo Werner, Wilfried Zaha. Having someone to control the tempo of the game is crucial, and I think Tielemans can do that, and Olmo just can't, in my opinion. He's not that kind of a player. He's more of an attacker, more of a winger as such, so that's why I'm going to always prefer Tielemans, and also at the moment he is higher rated than Olmo. That doesn't mean Olmo won't be getting his chances. In fact, I think this season we've played Dani Olmo quite a bit, so I think I'm going to continue rotating him and the other two midfielders that we've got in the first team, Maddison and Tielemans, and that's how the dynamic is going to be between the three of them. Next question, do you have a goalkeeper in your youth team? In fact, well, we do have one. Cameron Griffiths, 18-year-old, 6'5", left-footed, 84 to 94 potential. This is actually crazy, and he's already 65 rated, and this is one reason why I don't want to be signing a big goalkeeper right now, because I think we can get through this season with Kasper Schmeichel, and next season once he retires we make Dean Henderson our number one choice, and then we use Cameron Griffiths as backup. That would be amazing. I really want this series to be about promoting youngsters from the academy. We've already done it once with Ian Morgan, who's having more of an impact on the team. And yeah, I just want to keep doing that. So Cameron Griffiths can be the next big thing to come from the academy, and that's the plan. So I don't think we're signing a goalkeeper in this window, but that's it for the press conference. Let's move on. So it is back-to-back Player of the Episode awards for Riyad Mahrez, who once again was sensational in the last one. He's been one of our best signings in this series so far, in terms of value for money as well. We got him for what, 35 million or so, and he's been amazing, and I'm hoping he can keep this up. I know his stats are going down a tad bit, and maybe in future seasons we might need to look for a replacement, but for now, Riyad Mahrez is getting the job done, and I'm hoping he can help us get as far as possible in the Champions League. Alright, so we don't really know much about Jean-Claude Todibo. That's a bit annoying, but we do know that he's got a release clause of about 14.7 million, so that's actually really cheap. We can definitely afford him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and negotiate with Barcelona to get that fee down and see if they're willing to accept this is a signing not for the present but for the future when players like Alderweireld start getting old and we need to replace them. Better to invest in youth early on, and that's exactly what we're doing in this series. So I'm going to go with a £10 million transfer offer. Let's see if Barcelona are willing to accept this. Let's see what they come back and say. They're willing to accept 12 million for Todibo and a 20% sell-on clause. You know what? I'll take it. I'm going to accept this. 12 million for someone as talented as Todibo. That feels like a bargain. So these are Todibo's demands. He wants a sporadic squad role, which is perfect. He's not going to be the main man for us this season, so that squad role suits perfectly for him. 3-year contract length, 45,000 in wages, 420,000 in signing bonus, and we're going to try and remove the appearance bonus to try and get him for a bit cheaper fee. So let's see if this works out, and it does. Todibo to Leicester City is a done deal. We've lured one of the most talented centre-backs in the world from Barcelona. Leicester City have pulled off an incredible transfer. Take a look at this. Leicester City win race for Jean-Claude Todibo from Barcelona. What an incredible transfer this is. And if you look at his stats, man, 87 strength. I didn't know he had that much strength. That's brilliant. 78 shot passing. That's what I was talking about. This guy is a proper good footballer, not just a defender. He's not going to just boot the ball forward. He's going to play down from the back, and he offers us something different, and that's why I've gone ahead and signed him. Really eager to give him his debut and see how he plays. So we've done some great business so far in this window. Signing Todibo from Barcelona is going to offer us quite a bit of squad depth, and we still have about 56 million left to spend, which is just perfect. Alright, now I want to talk about a transfer that I'm not sure if I should be making at the moment, and it's Erling Braut Haaland, the guy who's been scoring goals for fun in the Champions League, in his respective league as well. He's been absolutely incredible, and imagine if we can sign him to be backup for Timo Werner. That could be absolutely ridiculous. I'm definitely going to scout him for now, but imagine if we can pull this transfer off. It would be crazy. Now, the thing with him is that Iheanacho, I'm not too impressed with Iheanacho. He's been decent for us, but imagine if we can, get rid of Iheanacho and replace him with Haaland. That could be absolutely brilliant. He's a player I've never used in any FIFA. He's really like one of the most exciting strikers in the world at the moment, and having him at Leicester City could be amazing. So that's something I'm definitely considering. We're not going to make this transfer in this episode. I want to read through your comments and see what you guys are saying. Haaland to Leicester City. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. We've done great work with our season objective so far, and I want to keep that going. Maddison and the Elements have been brilliant for the midfield domination objective. We're halfway through completing the Trusting the Youth challenge as well, which is great. Clean sheets wise though, we need to, amp it up. And also Timo Werner is on 17 goals, but he needs to start scoring more consistently for us. But not bad, guys. We're doing well with our season objective so far. Now that we're done with our transfer business for the episode, let's focus on the Premier League, as we've got a game against Norwich away from home. They are 17th in the Premier League. This is a game we should be winning, no problem. Simulating this one against Norwich with the second team, and hopefully we can get the win, and that's exactly what happens. Chukwueze and Dani Olmo on the score sheet. Honestly guys, I'm extremely confused. Timo Werner comes in with this message: "Boss, unless I get selected more often, I'll have to consider my future here." This makes no sense, man. You're the main man up front. And also a few months ago he came in with this message: "I'm happy with the amount of football you're giving me. Thanks, boss." I mean, these guys, man, they have mood swings so quickly. Anyways, I'm just gonna say I'm counting on you in decisive moments. Well, this is perfect. Liverpool have dropped points in the Premier League, which means we're now on level terms with them, and also just 2 points off Spurs. So the Premier League title race is getting crazy. Looks like there are 4 contenders for the title at the moment: Spurs, Leicester, Liverpool and City, but it's great to be in the conversation. Up next though in the Premier League, we've got ourselves a massive game against Chelsea at the King Power Stadium, and this is huge for us because if we can keep winning in the Premier League and putting pressure on Spurs, eventually they will drop points. Now, last episode we dropped points against Fulham, and I don't want such things happening again, so we need to get back to winning ways and hopefully beating Chelsea in this one. I'm going with a very strong team, basically the strongest possible 11 for the game. Todibo will have to wait for a few games, I guess, for his debut, because I can't be giving him a debut against Chelsea because we need to go with the strongest available players. That's exactly what I've done. We've got Timo Werner, Zaha, Maddison, Tielemans all starting. The team is ready. Let's go and beat Chelsea. So this is the Chelsea team. We're up against an interesting lineup, a very different Chelsea side to what they've got in real life. Joshua King starting, Pasalic, Carlos Soler, They've got Christensen at the back, Jose Gaya. An interesting Chelsea side, but I feel like we've got the better team and we can beat them. Here we are at the King Power Stadium for this big game against Chelsea. Now our record against the big sides is very good in this series and I'm hoping we can keep that going in this one against Chelsea. We need to pick up 3 points and hopefully keep putting pressure on Spurs. Here's Ndidi, looks for Wilfried Zaha. Come on, let's see what Zaha can do down this left flank. Here he goes, pushing forward with pace. Still Zaha, but he ruined that attack. Should have done better, maybe a cutback or something. Now here's Mahrez. We know how good he's been in recent few weeks. Finds Timo Werner. Werner puts this one back in. The ball was brilliant, but Victor Moses intercepted that. And here we go on the attack. Riyad Mahrez inside to Timo Werner. This is our chance to take the lead. Timo Werner with the goal. It's been a few weeks since he's actually scored for us, or at least it feels like it. But finally, Timo Werner gets on the score sheet and it's great to see this happen. Riyad Mahrez yet again getting involved with an assist this time. And once again, we've taken the lead against the top 6 team as Timo Werner scores against Chelsea and we lead 1-0 here at the King Power Stadium in this massive Premier League game. Oh no, Chelsea on the attack, a chance for them to equalize with Joshua King and he beats Kasper Schmeichel with relative ease there. And Chelsea are back in this one, it's 1-1. I'm really annoyed with myself to, concede like minutes after taking the lead. And tell you what, it was brilliant build-up play from Chelsea, you can't really complain. Kasper Schmeichel gets beaten. Maybe Schmeichel from last season wouldn't get beaten from that angle. Regardless, it's 1-1 and game on against Chelsea. Here's Ndidi. Out wide to Mahrez. The touch was absolutely stunning. Riyad Mahrez on the ball. Goes back to Ndidi. We're trying to create something from deep. Timo Werner looks for Tielemans. It's brilliant. Can Yuri Tielemans finish? Yes, he can. You guys complained about the lack of goals from Tielemans, and there you go. He scored in one of our most important Premier League games of this month as Leicester City make it 2-1 against Chelsea. And the build-up play was stunning from Mahrez's touch down that right side. So, of course, the pass to Werner, then the back heel from him, and Yuri Tielemans making use of that 5-star weak foot as Leicester take the lead against Chelsea, 2-1 against them. Half-time in this one against Chelsea and so far so good. We're in the lead and I'm hoping we can keep this up in the second half. I feel like we can definitely take home all 3 points from this game. Oh no, Joshua King has done me there. Now it's a chance for Carlos Soler, but Kasper Schmeichel makes an incredible save to deny Frank Lampard's men. Still 2-1 Leicester, but this Joshua King, man, he is so annoying to defend against. I think it's because of his pace and dribbling, but we've got to be really careful against him in the remainder of this game. Still Zaha. I can see a pass to Ben Chilwell. It's a good one. Inside to Timo Werner. Oh, fake shot was absolutely brilliant. Still Werner. Can he score? No, Kepa denies him. What build-up play, man. We deserved a goal from that. Timo Werner, man. The guy is incredible in this game. He's so much fun to use. Chelsea are trying to get back into this game as it's N'Golo Kante on the ball right now. Goes inside to Pasalic. Now Mehmedi, chance for Chelsea and it's a big one here. What's going on? Kasper makes the save, but on the rebound, it falls to Jorginho. I mean, I know Chelsea deserved to score from that attack. Kasper made an incredible save, but still that rebound just always falls perfectly to my opposing players. And well, Jorginho gets the equalizer. Looks like we're dropping points once again. Extremely frustrating. Full time and we've dropped points against Chelsea. It's frustrating, man, because I thought we deserved to win because I think we were the better team overall, but they took their chances and that's why we've dropped points in this game. What do you think of the late equalizer? That's football is probably the most appropriate answer. It's extremely frustrating, but we got to continue and push on from here. Hang on a minute, this is actually a massive offer coming in from Atletico Madrid for Yuri Tielemans. £55 million. And look at this, guys, we can actually get up to 98 million for Tielemans. But of course, we're not looking to sell him, not even to Atletico Madrid. So let's reject this offer. We don't really need the money. Well, this is the Premier League for you. We slipped up in one game and we go straight from second in the Premier League to now fourth. We're now 4 points off Spurs, man. Extremely frustrating, but the title race this season is ridiculously difficult. I mean, Spurs on 59, Liverpool on 57, City on 56, and of course, we're on 55. We've got to start winning consistently against, the smaller teams as well as the bigger teams. Next up in the Premier League, we've got an interesting game against Brighton away from home. They're 12th in the Premier League, which means they're going to be a tough opponent, but we need to get back to winning ways to keep pace with all the other big teams. Taking this one against Brighton extremely seriously, as you guys can see, Timo Werner, Maddison, Zaha, Mahrez, all of them starting this game, but I am giving Jean-Claude Todibo his debut. Very eager to see how he performs, and also Dean Henderson gets an opportunity as he's playing in goal. Let's go out there and beat Brighton. Oh, here we go now. Tielemans releases Timo Werner. This is our first opportunity of the game. Timo Werner 1v1. And he ain't missing that, guys. The German striker is on target. The former RB Leipzig man scores yet again as Leicester take the lead against Brighton in the 25th minute of the game. Yuri Tielemans yet again contributing to the team. This time with an assist. A brilliant lob through pass. And then Timo Werner with that pace of his did the rest. A brilliant finish. No chance for the Brighton keeper as we take the lead against them. Still James Maddison. Goes back to Wilfried Zaha. Wilfried Zaha on the run. He turns. Goes for goal. Wilfried Zaha on the score sheet as well. 2-0 Leicester City. This is what you want to see. I'm happy that we've now got ourselves a 2-goal cushion because you guys know I literally concede goals from literally out of nowhere. So really happy with scoring this goal. Wilfried Zaha as well on the score sheet. A great finish. In fact, that pass from Maddison to Zaha was lovely. Like, look at that. The drag back, then the pass. Zaha took a touch inside. Another touch. And of course, then the finish into the top right corner. 2-0 Leicester City against Brighton. We've got Brighton now with a chance from a set piece. But oh my days, that was probably the worst set piece I've seen from an opposing team. Like, what on earth was that? Oh my god, I've given it away. I was passing to the other guy. And thankfully, it's come off the crossbar. I was trying to pass that one to Ricardo Pereira. And instead, the ball just went to this guy. Oh my god, we got so lucky there. Oh, Ndidi wins that brilliantly, and now he's bringing it forward. Look at the strength of Ndidi. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This guy is insane. Releases Timo Werner brilliantly. A chip shot from him. No, but Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper, denies Timo Werner there. But that really should be a goal. Timo Werner needs to be finishing those kind of chances. I know it was on his weak foot, but still. Oh no, Brighton have a chance with Trossard. Cross comes in. Todibo with a strong clearance. Great to see him perform well on his Leicester City debut. So far we've kept a clean sheet, and now we're on the counter-attack with Wilfried Zaha. Zaha could be scoring another goal. Wilfried Zaha is on target. 3-0 against Brighton. Zaha's brace in this one. And this literally started from a Todibo clearance, which is nice to see. Timo Werner with yet another assist, finding Zaha. And then Zaha did the rest with a brilliant finish. Leicester City now lead 3-0 against Brighton. Oh yes, Timo Werner was broken through. Here goes Timo Werner yet again. Another goal for him in the Premier League. Can Werner convert? He goes for near post and he bangs it in. Timo Werner yet again on the score sheet as Leicester make it 4-0 now against Brighton. We needed a convincing performance after dropping points against Chelsea, and that's exactly what we've got here against Brighton. Timo Werner is just too fast for defenses to handle, and he's exploiting that to his full extent as he puts it into the back of the net. 4-0 against Brighton now. Ndidi looks for Maddison. Now Timo Werner, who is on a hat-trick by the way, goes for goal, but way too much power on that. I would love to see him get his hat-trick, but that shot wasn't going in the back of the net. Job well done against Brighton as we beat them 4-0. Emphatic win for us. Timo Werner scoring a brace. Zaha as well scoring a brace. And also we get ourselves a clean sheet. Can't really complain. And also Todibo was really good on his debut. The Premier League continues to get even more interesting. Even though we're 4th in the league at the moment, take a look at this. We are just a couple of points off Liverpool now, who are league leaders, and also just 1 point off both City and Spurs, who are 2nd and 3rd in the Premier League respectively. So we're actually more close to the title than ever before, even though we're 4th in the league. So things are getting extremely interesting in the Premier League right now, man. Leicester, Spurs, City and Liverpool, all these 4 teams are gunning for the title. I'm not going to be playing any more games in this episode because I still want to get done with transfer business in the remainder of this window, and for that we need time. So there's no point playing another game. We're going to keep this week so that we can make some final transfer moves depending on what you guys say. We've got about 56 million left to spend so far in this window. We of course signed Jean-Claude Todibo, which was a brilliant signing in my opinion. One for the future definitely, but Haaland. Should we bring him to Leicester City? That is something you guys are going to have to decide. I think we should do it and potentially try and ship off Iheanacho. he could be the best possible backup for Timo Werner. He offers us something different as well with his 6'4" height. I want to make this happen, but it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you guys want to see Haaland at Leicester City. Also, I thought I'd show you guys the top scorers in the Premier League at the moment. Timo Werner scored 15 times, and with that he is 4th in the standings. But Sergio Aguero, he's running away with the Premier League Golden Boot. 23 goals from him so far. And assist-wise, we've got Eriksen at the top assister with 10. Tielemans though just behind him with 9 assists. Maddison as well coming in with 8. This was definitely a decent episode for our season objectives, as we're doing really well with the midfield domination challenge. Just 9 goal contributions from Maddison and Tielemans and we're done with that. Also a few clean sheets in this episode, we're now up to 10, and Timo Werner scored quite a few goals in this episode, so we're doing well with our objectives. Before we end off the episode, it is time for you guys to make your vote count and vote for the Player of the Episode award. A couple of nominees for this one. The first one being Timo Werner. He was absolutely sensational in this episode with the amount of goals he scored and the performances he put in, and that's why he's been nominated. Your second nominee is going to be Yuri Tielemans, who I thought again was brilliant in this episode. Scored goals, assisted quite a few of them, and that's why the Belgian has been nominated for the award. So those two are your nominees, Timo Werner and of course Yuri Tielemans. Click the I button on the top right of your screen to vote for either of them. So that's that for today's episode of the Leicester City Career Mode series. An eventful episode as we made our first signing of this window in Jean-Claude Todibo. Next episode we might be potentially going for Haaland. I need your opinions and thoughts to decide whether we should make that happen or not. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode, a like would be awesome. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll catch you guys next time.